you believe in love at first sight, or is it a myth? Paul's about to puke. Stay tuned to the end of the podcast to see if he can hold it all together.
We are the Happy Headers, and this Happy Header does not believe in love at first sight. I think it's chemicals. It's all chemicals in your brain that are triggered in response to something. And
so emotional reactions.
It's just horny. It's just it's like animals, basically, and it's just it's a chemical reaction.
Oh my God,
in our brains. Our brains are kind of flooded with all these hormones, and we just feel like acting out, and then we think,
I don't feel love in my head. Where do you guys feel love? Just comment down below and let us know. I feel love in my heart. That's where I get that sensation. It's not in my head at all. So I don't know where you're going.
No, look, the term even falling in love, that comes from like the release of oxytocin, bonding chemical, and what it does is it gives people a light, kind of a floaty feeling where you might trip up and fall flat on your face. So falling in love is not a good thing. You're not actually in control of yourself. You're not making probably. It's like you're drunk. It's like you're intoxicated with love.
You get into a relationship. I have the firm belief that you get into relationships to give love, because you have love to give.
You don't. It's a kind of dependency. It's a financial arrangement.
Oh my God.
Because back in medieval times, like, people, it was an alliance between two households or two families where one would marry into the other, and then property and money would change hands. And this is where the dowry came from.
The dowry?
Yeah. And there was no mention of love or romance or anything like that until poets like Keats and Byron and all this started writing romantic things, the new romantics.
Yes.
And then people said,
they were able to put into words and express what people felt.
You're supposed to fall in love when you get married.
Oh my God.
Okay, never thought of that. Wouldn't have put those two things together.
This is totally a man's view on the whole subject, in my opinion.
Even things like...
You're not in the medieval times, Paul. We have moved on, have we not?
Some of us have. But even a thing like roses.
Clearly not
like
you.
Roses, like, where did that come from? That's like a commercial thing. It's just to make money, as is Valentine cards and all that. Roses, like Venus, the goddess of love, Venus. Roses was supposed to be her preference of flowers. This is where the idea of giving roses to somebody came from.
Yes. Well, look, I do agree that it has been commercialised. I can't argue with that point. However, I do believe that love is a genuine feeling. I do believe it's genuine.
Yeah, but at first sight.
Yes, but, I don't know. What do you think?
To me, it's the ultimate speed dating, where you take your brain out of the equation and your heart goes, I'm in love. And then you might see somebody more attractive and go, oh, actually I'm in love again. Forget about that one. I'm in love with this one instead. And it's the ultimate speed dating, and I think that when you do get in love with somebody, I think that retrospectively you go back and go, oh yeah, I remember the first time we met, I was into them straight away, you weren't. I had to follow you around, stalk you considered bringing the police at one stage.
Oh my God.
And then the kind of persistence, and you give in, and the next thing you're married with a lot of kids.
Oh God, that's a terrible story, Paul. I think people are attracted to each other's personality and intellect. In general, what is it that they fulfill in your life that you're lacking? I think that's a lot of the dependency.
The need for somebody to give out to me.
Yeah, well, that's it, Paul.
See, I don't need. I've got Siobhan to give out to me, so she's somebody else's wife, so that's fine. So I don't have to do the marriage thing at all. I just get the benefit of somebody giving out to me.
I'm not doing a good enough job. So if anybody would like to volunteer to put Paul in his place,
full-time.
Yes, full-time position, and it's a very stressful job, actually.
It's a 24-hour
Yeah, it's very difficult because he never stops.
You see, when you put me in my place, I crawl back out again.
Yeah, he's not good. He's very bold.
So, let us know, do you believe in love at first sight? Is it a real phenomenon? Or is it just, as I said, it's hormones, it's chemicals, it's nature's GPS system gone awry?
But Paul, that is just like, we're talking about love in the full sense, right? So we've covered like emotional attraction, you know, partner to partner kind of love. What about the different types of love, like the love you have for your child?
Oh, well, that's
Do you think that's you know, just primal or something like that, or?
Some people don't like the kids.
Oh my God, that's horrendous.
It is. I take that back.
Yes, good.
Somebody once said that God designs babies to be so nice and cute that you fall in love with them straight away because they're helpless and you have to do everything for them. And I like to think that's the way women see men, that we're helpless and you have to do everything for us.
Oh my God, he's so back in the dark ages. I apologise.
Probably why it hasn't worked out for me.
Yes, probably.
For some reason.
Why you're single.
I'm happy.
But let's get back to the children, shall we? Enough about you, Paul, and your love life.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I do think that it is instinctual to love babies, definitely, because they do have that vulnerable side to them, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
They're so cute and cuddly, and everybody wants to just love them, you know?
Yeah, and they're not like adults. They haven't done any harm to anybody.
Yes.
You know?
But some people don't like kids. You know?
Yeah.
You know, they don't like children.
Oh, some people haven't got that maternal instinct.
No, they're not into it
and
at
that's
all.
fine.
Yeah. And that's great. I think in this day and age now, it's time that women were allowed to choose whether they had babies or not. You know?
But do you know that technology is almost at the point where a woman can become pregnant, where you know, like a test tube baby, but that they won't have to incubate the baby in a womb, that they can have an artificial womb. So she can be pregnant without ever putting on weight, losing her figure, or going through labour to give birth.
Oh.
That you just kind of get pregnant. You could even get pregnant without having sex with anybody. You kind of just go, somebody was a sperm. And 9 months later, I collect that up from the test centre, and you have a baby.
Whoa.
So you can get on with your career and everything else. We are on the cusp of that.
Wow.
Right now.
And just launch straight into it. I wonder, is the connection the same then when the baby is born? Because you do have a kind of euphoric feeling come over you when your baby is born. Mostly, I suppose, because the pain is over. It's like such a feckin' relief. But the other part is, you know, the connection that you have with your child. And I wonder, is that affected? Surrogacies say that it's not affected. But, you know, you have surrogacy. But I don't know. I'd be interested to find out a little bit more about that.
Okay, listen, you tell us. We're the Happy Heathers, and we'll talk to you soon.